Okay, so tying it all together, I went through Maya Angelou, Alice Walker, Gwendolyn Brooks, Harriet Jacobs, and Toni Morrison. So by definition of withdrawn, I was trying to say that the authors themselves don't clearly offer a word for a state of being that they're trying to address, but you definitely get that idea that it's about timidity and choice and whether or not people feel alive. I think that's what people look for in a lot, is that they want to feel alive and spontaneous again. Because that sense of being withdrawn, you sort of feel like you're being placed into a character, and so there's a lot of anxieties and pressures from things you don't even really know about anymore as to like who you are or what you can be. And so I think that when you talk about like Christian Science, or what they're really getting at, I think they're really sort of getting at a sense of calming people down and bringing them into the world again almost. It's almost like they're talking to the dead in some way. Something, I think with Gwendolyn Brooks you get that idea of how like intensely she focuses on children and children's intelligence, and that is like a category, and what is it? Because children would write me these letters. They would write me letters, with these suspicious insights, and Jesus, you can do anything. Meanwhile, they're being photographed everywhere. Things like St. Jude's, going through. So what are the children? And Maya Angelou, she has this strange insight into what psychologically destroys people, and why people harm themselves or give up their essential life path that's sustained their life forever. She has this weird insight into that. Like, how do you know that? I don't know. But Harriet Jacobs, I think she really likes this idea that she can talk to a perpetrator about someone. And so I think if you're experiencing like energy, interpsychic energy of someone that really wants to harm you, you get that idea that she's someone that really confronts that person in how you read her. Alice Walker and Toni Morrison are both very factual people, and so for some reason people who know to address the absence of fact when it comes to psychic distress or mob mentalities, or an inability to function in a literate way anymore. That I found very interesting. But I don't know, I think with all of the authors, I think they are contemporary in that sense that Toni Morrison, allows people the apology as that she knew that it would be about a personal investigation. So I was good. There was a certain level of understood consent. But I think in that sense, these authors are really inviting people to live more and to be involved in a contemporary now. And so, whatever that addresses, or whoever that's really talking to, I hope it does help people feel more alive, and that perhaps other people will like to enjoy it, because they're smart people, and so much about life is all these pseudo-religious ideas of actions that always take you away from the now. Like Tori Amos quote, why did they all go and sleep through the now? And the ideas of what like pseudo-religion is, like yoga and other things, as far as conflict studies and how populaces are afflicted without necessarily armament. But anyway, that's all. If you got through all my videos, great. If you got something out of one or two, great. But I think I have a good intuition for a few things. So thank you. That's all.